finished his 3rd season in the Phillies organization, but unfortunately was released at the end of that 3-year period.
There's that strike one.
Outside corner.
Yeah. First pitch strike, best pitch in baseball.
Breaking ball. Good pitch.
Yeah.
So 2 quick strikes on Mitch Edwards.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him establish that early, keep them on their toes.
Struck out a couple of times in that previous series here at the ballpark. Be nice for Young to get him right here and not mess around with the inning. Fouled into the net, stays alive.
Yeah, that's where that establishing that curveball is going to be important. It's just going to make the hitters that one step behind when he rears back and fires that fastball, or 1 beat behind, I should say.
Still 0-2 in the count. And the Cardinal on first. That's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Games tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. And as Rob mentioned earlier, essentially he's come down to a best 2 out of 3 here for this summer series, if you will. Good pitch. Did he go? Indeed he did.
Casey Cook on the call down at 3rd base for strike 3.
Good stuff there from Jeremy Young. Gets out of the inning, puts 1 base runner on, but no runs, no hits. We'll be back for the bottom of the 1st right after this.
Hi.
Hi.
We were thinking of having a cruisy day.
Maybe grab a pastry and a coffee.
See some street art.
Maybe go to a museum.
Grab a gelato.
And have afternoon tea.
Any suggestions?
Recently, I've been working very closely with Light and Easy, and I'm going to fill you in on a little secret. They don't make diet food. Instead, they create nutritious and delicious food for you to enjoy to help manage your weight, improve your health, and also save you time. And that same great food can help minimise your chances of suffering many illnesses later in life. So, the secret to losing weight and being healthy is simply eating delicious food. Try Light and Easy for yourself.
The Melbourne Arts Precinct in South Bank is home to Australia's highest concentration of art organisations. You've got the National Gallery of Victoria, the Arts Centre in Melbourne, the Malthouse Theatre, the Australian Centre for Contemporary Art, Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, the Australian Ballet, and many, many more. More than 3 million visitors a year come to the National Gallery of Victoria. Absolutely magnificent stuff.
All right, Aiden Willis steps in against Luke Wilkins.
Here we go, bottom of the 1st inning. Willis sends that skyward up over the party deck, and I can tell you, Rob, there's got to be 25 people in that party deck, looking great over there.
Yeah, oh, it's a great night. Plenty of tickets available for tomorrow night as well. Come on down.
That's grounded to 3rd. Up with it is Rickson Wingrove, over to Jordan McArdle at 1st. And continues to be a game of ground balls.
Yeah. And pitcher Luke Wilkins threw, a couple of innings last weekend, a month ago when the last time we played. Had a couple of strikeouts. Actually, just threw 1 inning, had a couple of strikeouts. So we'll see how far they stretch him out today.
Now, Melbourne Aces fans will be familiar with this gentleman, Trent D'Antonio. That's because he's played with Sydney 11 seasons with the Blue Sox.
Yeah.
ABL veteran, 3 years in the minors with the Marlins as well, made it up to high A. He's a career .264 hitter in the minors, which is no mean feat.
Yeah, shout out to our friends up in Sydney tuning in.
That one misses outside. 1-1.
Oh, we got the organ going. Feels like the ballpark, Ed. Adrenaline pumping. It's great to be here.
Fouled back. Any truth to the rumor there's an organ in your lounge room that plays that sound? Someone told me that. Is that true?
I've got some 33s with some great organ music on it, but no, not a 30 vinyl, that is. But yeah, not the proper organ.
1 ball, 2 strikes to D'Antonio. He's the designated hitter tonight.
Ooh.
That's hit sharply into center field, but Partington is back, has a beat on it. He's pretty solid out in the field, 2 down.
Tell you, he's still got some bat speed after 11 seasons. Tell you what. Yeah, my great grandmother had the electric organ in her place, but she didn't get passed down to me. I think it went to the junk man back in the day, but wouldn't have minded it.
Here's Darryl George, Aces veteran. 3 for 11 in the last series. Didn't quite get on track, but came up with a couple of big hits. See what he can do tonight.
Yeah, he had a couple hits in the opener a month ago here, so
Yep.
hopefully he can do that again for us, get us going.
Wilkins looking to get out of the inning pretty quickly. That's fouled out of play. George, of course, 9 years with the Aces. Really one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. Also played 4 years in the Tampa Bay organization and played in Japan, Oryx Buffaloes. So
Yeah, Wilkins is throwing the ball hard. Both D'Antonio and George now, and Willis, were having trouble catching up at times.
just misses on the inside corner. 1-1.
Might have been a little bit of a high slider.
Beautiful night at the Melbourne ballpark. A little bit of wind. We'll keep that in mind as you watch fly balls tonight. That's hit foul down the right field line.
Again, he took a little bit off on that slider, and then it's a little tough to catch up on the fastball. We'll see how long he goes today. Is he an opener? Are they going to stretch him out? Don't know a ton about him myself, but limited action.
Yeah, I mean, look, the more you can get out of somebody without obviously injuring, hurting them, but the staffs are a little bit thin. But yeah, you're probably right. A couple innings, that sort of thing.
Oh,
swing and a miss, got him. George goes down, 3 up and 3 down for Wilkins. We'll head to the top of the second inning. Aces nothing, Adelaide Giants nothing.
First innings. Hey, we've got some towels to give away. Our Melbourne Aces dancers and Maverick. We've got towels for the hand.
Hi.
We were thinking of having a cruisy day.
Maybe grab a pastry and a coffee.
See some street art.
Maybe go to a museum
Grab a gelato.
and have afternoon tea.
Any suggestions?
Recently, I've been working very closely with Light and Easy, and I'm going to fill you in on a little secret. They don't make diet food. Instead, they create nutritious and delicious food for you to enjoy to help manage your weight, improve your health, and also save you time. And that same great food can help minimise your chances of suffering many illnesses later in life. So, the secret to losing weight and being healthy is simply eating delicious food. Try Light and Easy for yourself.
And here at the Melbourne ballpark, enjoying the drinks, the food. There is the park, beautiful night. Western suburbs of Melbourne. Adelaide Giants, Melbourne Aces. Top of the second, Ed Wyatt, Rob Navani. Amy McCann to join us in the middle 3 innings tonight, part of our team. This is Liam Bull.
And he's been hitting like one. He had a really good series last weekend against Brisbane.
First pitch is in for a strike. 18-year-old South Australian. His played an exhibition game with the Giants in December. First 2 at-bats, both home runs.
Yeah.
Good way to start your Giants career as that misses outside 1-1.
In the last series, he had a 2-run double in game 1 and a couple of hits in the second game, too. Another off speed.
Fouls that one away.
I should say in the series against Brisbane last weekend. So I think he, at one point, was leading the team in hits during that series.
It's been a part and parcel sort of summer as the teams try to put together competitions, which is great as he fouls that away. It's great they're able to do this. We weren't sure there were going to be any games at all. So for the Aces and the Giants and Brisbane to be able to do that really is something special. And that's why you get some players filling in here and there. Lutz, you mentioned, came from Brisbane, played for Adelaide. Now he's back at Brisbane. D'Antonio tonight, as that's fouled sharply out of play down the first base line. Trent D'Antonio helping out as well. Some Canberra players. So at least we're getting some close to ABL standard baseball.
Representative of what this league is.
Yep.
Or as close as we can.
Close as we can. Bull fouls that one away. Stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But where else in the world are they playing baseball right now? Caribbean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Could be a while in Arizona and Florida. Ooh.
Grounder to third. George scoops over to Barry at first. Got him. Slow roll can be difficult.
Yeah, indeed. Nice sidearm action there. Mix it up a little bit. Got the young bull out.
And from a bull to a stag, because Max Stagg, the right fielder, comes in. And he played some very good right field in his previous game. 17-year-old playing for the first time this year for the Giants. Plays for West Torrens.
Ooh, nice off-speed pitch there.
Quick strike.
Yeah, gotta love the get me over curveball for strike one.
Grounded sharply. That is fair. What a play by George. He's not going to get the throw in time, but absolutely beautiful play from Darryl George on a ball that was literally on the line.
Yeah, and he caught up to the fastball after that off-speed. I hope they show the replay. That was a heck of a dive. You saw his glasses come flying off. You'll see here his glasses come flying off as he hits the dirt. Nice effort. Can't quite see it on the replay. Oh, but you know what? Didn't matter they didn't have a chance to get him. We got to see some great baseball there, even if he didn't complete the play. And that's what it's all about.
Here's the left fielder, Brody Areola, 20-year-old South Australian.
Another get me over curve for a strike. Actually, quite a nice curve.
Brody from the Port Adelaide club.
Just love that athleticism in the George play. That's why we come to the ballpark, to see guys be able to do that.
There's a grounder towards George again. He can't quite get it. Goes into left field. There's a chance they got a run down now. Nave throws it into George. Does he get under the tag? No, he does not. He's out. You call that a base running error, I think. We'll get a look at it on the replay. Probably turned that corner a little too far. Nice play by the left fielder, Bronson Nave. It's a big break for the Aces.
Yeah. Now we can get out of the inning. Hopefully without any damage.
Tried to nail him over at first. All kinds of base running shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
George couldn't handle that grounder, and
Well, we want to get.
Stagg went around a little too far and got in trouble.
Like how he's mixing it up. Boy, we want to get Weber here. We don't want to have your guy Darcy Berry come to the plate.
No, we do not.
And we'll talk about that a little bit more as well. He's a, well, I'm sure you have a lot to say about him. He had a fantastic series down here a month ago, and he's carried that on in Adelaide again in some of their further games.
Certainly has. Griffin Weber, the designated hitter now. 21-year-old, young South Aussie. Good breaking ball. Strike two.
Yeah, love how he's mixing it up. Especially against the younger guys, too, you know. They're going to sit on that fastball.
Yep.
And I'm loving some of these first pitch, get me over strikes in the curveball. But I'm coming up first game of the series, first couple innings. I'm sitting on a fastball until I have a couple of strikes. So curveballs really make a difference. Getting ahead in the count, and getting out of innings, being efficient.
0-2 pitch coming up. Just missed high.
Yeah. Well, you want to miss high there. It'd be interesting to see what angle he's going to come with now. Is he going to come with the sidearm again potentially, or try to hit the outside corner with it? Because he's taking his eyes up. Now maybe take something a little lower. Change the eye angle, if you will.
Another one down the third base line. George getting a lot of action. Long throw. What a play, Daryl George. Aces get out of the inning. Spectacular play to get Weber at first.
I think Ed and I are high-fiving in the dugout.
Absolutely right. A little bit. Watch it again here before we go to the break.
Yeah.
Straight down the line. George, backhand, long throw. Gets him at first.
Got us out of a big inning.
Score remains zip. Back after this.
Hi.
Hi.
We were thinking of having a cruisy day.
Maybe grab a pastry and a coffee.
See some street art?
Maybe go to a museum
Grab a gelato.
and have afternoon tea.
Any suggestions?
Welcome back to Melbourne Ballpark. Flags flying in the breeze as we head to the bottom of the second. Melbourne Aces and Adelaide Giants scoreless. And here's Jack Barry, big hitting first baseman.
Yeah, stepping up to the Grateful Dead. He's a different cat, and we like it.
Luke Wilkins continues on the mound.
Nice easy swing, you'll see. Yeah, just watch him. His swing is so free and easy.
That's hit well, back. Partington at the wall, makes the catch. Barry got all of that, but just didn't carry far enough.
Jack Parkinson taking the catch out deep. First out for the Melbourne Aces. Next up is Ryan Dale.
Ryan Dale now steps in after that. Just about had the crowd here on its feet. Partington, as I mentioned earlier, has been playing a very good center field.
Yeah, he made a nice catch on Daryl George in the series a month ago as well. Really
That's
nice
right.
catch.
It was
in
the
center
play
field.
of the series. I think Amy McCann called it.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, Luke Wilkins here into his second inning on the hill. He's a max effort guy, it looks like. We'll see how far he goes today.
Ryan Dale, of course, a late withdrawal from that last series. Great to see him back out here tonight. 2 quick strikes. Nick Bertucci's on deck for the Aces.
Oh, made some nice plays in the series as well in right field.
Sure did.
Bertucci.
Outside corner, got him looking.
That's one of those where you just tip your cap and say that was a heck of a good pitch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Second strikeout of the night for Wilkins. So 2 quick outs as Nick Bertucci steps up, and as Rob mentioned, the youngster had a pretty good series when he debuted here. 17-year-old from Moorabbin. Big kid.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Really handled the ball well in right field. And
Yep.
yeah, he can swing too. Nice swing. Watch him.
Good pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike one.
Spotting some nice pitches here. Yeah, we hope Wilkins is only in for a short stint, but they may have to stretch him out.
Pete Moylan be happy if he left. That one got away from him a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. It's a Melbourne challenge between the Aces and the Adelaide Giants. The clubs have split 4 games so far. We got 3 this weekend, so it is kind of like a 7-game series as
Another off speed.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Bertucci.
And by the way, series brought to us by the city of Melbourne with also some support from the state.
Yep.
Yes. This is a great place to be. Melbourne Open just finished. More Melbourne Aces here to go.
There's a little bit of a nubber right back. Wilkins, can he make the play? Bare hands
Oh!
first. He's safe. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. That's going to bring a protest, possibly. We'll have to look at the replay. I'm sure the call is right, but that's one where you really wanted it to be out just as a neutral player. It was such a good play by Wilkins.
Stewie Howe in the call at first. Look at this barehanded pickup of the ball.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of this play. The only way he has a chance is to grab and throw. No time to catch and throw, just grab and throw. What do we got?
Wow.
Close play.
Well, as a little kid in the States, we used to say tie goes to the runner.
Yes.
I suppose that's what that was.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just happy to see Stewie Howe out there making a call. He's been a big part of this league for a long
He
time.
has
and,
indeed.
And we'll talk about him more tomorrow, but he and a few of the guys have been on a bit of a break. Great to have him back.
So here's the shortstop, George Khalil. Mentioned him earlier. University of South Carolina product. Swing and a miss.
That had some mustard on it, I'll
Sure
tell you.
did.
Yeah.
Wilkins probably unhappy that he didn't get the call there. That was a superb play by the Adelaide pitcher.
You know
Two
what?
outs, man on first. Sorry, Rob.
You know what? Bertucci had to hustle. That's what he was doing in the outfield. He did on that play. He didn't give up on it. He got a hit for it. Oh,
A
breaking
bit of
ball
a
high.
breaking ball, yeah, just missed. 1-1 is the count.
You get some guys, they miss at the ball. They get frustrated. They don't give it. But Bertucci was right on it out of the box, and that was really the difference on that play, if there was one.
That's hit hard down the left field line. It's going to drift foul, but tell you what, Khalil got a piece of that.
Yeah. Welcome. Good to have you with us. See the shadows creeping here at Melbourne Ballpark. The lights will be on in a little while. It's a lovely summer night. Early February, late summer starting down here in Melbourne if you're watching us up in the Northern Hemisphere, those snowstorms in North America.
1-2 pitch, big breaking ball, misses. 2-2. Yeah, it should not be rain affected this weekend, which they had in Adelaide. It was a real struggle, but weather meant to be good, hot tomorrow and Sunday.
Yeah.
Great pitch.
Yeah, spotted that well.
Gone. Third strikeout of the night for Wilkins, and we'll head to the top of the third. Melbourne nothing, Adelaide nothing.
Welcome back. Our Melbourne Aces dance crew.
Hi.
Hi.
We were thinking of having a cruisy day.
Maybe grab a pastry and a coffee.
See some street art.
Maybe go to a museum
Grab a gelato.
and have afternoon tea.
Any suggestions?
Challenge. That is Jeremy Young getting ready for his third inning of work here for the Melbourne Aces. He will face the bottom of the order in Darcy Berry, then the top of the order, Partington and Wingrove. Scoreless here in the top of the third. Ed Wyatt alongside Rob Novotny with Amy McCann to join us a little bit later.
And your guy Darcy Berry at the plate.
Love this kid. Played really, really well when we first, those first 3 games. Hit 500. A couple good plays at short.
Ooh. Nice movement on that pitch. Well done. Again, getting that first pitch strike. That's going to be a real key for Young.
Grounded sharply foul.
Now, you liked him a lot. They love him in Adelaide, too. He drove in a key run in Game 2 of the series last weekend against Brisbane, and the fans came to their feet. He'd actually been on the COVID protocols, missed the first game, came back for the second game, had a big hit for him, and the fans jumped to their feet. They love him there, too.
He's headed to Northern Iowa Community College to play in the States.
I wonder if they're watching up in Northern Iowa.
You would hope.
Yeah,
You
in the
would hope
Hawkeye
they would
State.
be.
Yeah. Not far from the Field of Dreams.
You would hope they'd be watching this. That one just missed.
Yeah.
Wow. Good eye from Barry. 2-2. Yeah, hello to everyone in Iowa if you are watching. That's hit sharply into left. Neve is under it. In left field. Make the play. One away.
Yeah. Didn't do a bad job keeping up with that breaking ball with 2 strikes, but yeah. Young won the day on that one.
Top of the order now, Jack Partington, center fielder, grounded out his first time up, made that great play in center field to rob Jack Barry of extra bases. Good ball player, this kid. Grounded to short. Khalil scoops, fires, 2 down.
Quick game's a good game, Ed.
It is. We had that last series. We enjoyed that game. Clipped along. Some really good plays. Weren't really very sloppy, which is the thing we worried about with some of these teams cobbled together. But
you know, we're in mid-season in a way. You know, everybody's been playing ball, just not in their ABL uniforms.
Good
and
point.
I tell you, you get past Australia Day, you get the first weekend in February, and you start to appreciate what a great opportunity, how we get to play baseball here in the summer, and it's fading fast, you know.
Here's Rickson Wingrove, the third baseman, grounded out his first time up.
I mean, normally the guys would be packing up, getting ready to go to spring training after this series. This would be about the last weekend before that you can play within the arrangement with MLB.
Yep. Breaking ball misses. 2 quick balls here. 2-0 count.
So in an alternate universe, the Aces would be hosting the Giants here in the opening game of the Grand Final series, I guess, in a different universe, right, on the Friday night?
Yeah. Outside. 3-0 count on Wingrove.
We wish we were gunning for our 3rd straight championship, but
Indeed.
you know, we're happy with what we got and thankful we get to play.
Swinging on the 3-0 pitch. Barry flicks to Young.
Did you see that hit the seam?
Out of
You know,
the inning,
it looked
sure
like it hit
did.
the seam. It certainly took a weird hop for him, and yeah, he did a good job staying steady there.
So there we go. 3 up and 3 down.
Well, the replay's
Have
going
a
to show
quick
us.
look at it.
Where's that hop hit? Yeah, it just looks like it skips on the seam, or that it just takes that quick hop. It did not hop how you expected it to off the turf.
Doesn't matter. It's an out.
Yeah, I
We'll
like
be
the
back.
cut of his jib.
We'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd after this.
By scanning the QR code at the end.
We're thinking of grabbing a bite tonight. Any new places close by?
Well, actually, and there's also,
Oh,
I think 20's enough.
yeah, that should do us.
Melbourne Challenge, big crowd in tonight. Fought some pretty serious traffic. Not too bad, but a little bit of construction, but didn't stop these folks from coming out. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Well,
No score.
7 o'clock game tomorrow. It'll be smooth sailing. Get your tickets, folks.
Certainly will. So here's Tyler Luther Wilson, the youngster from Geelong, who didn't even know his number tonight. We asked him, and he said, I'm not sure. I said, it's 40. So there you go.
Oh, nice spot there. Good velocity, too. Still bringing it. Wilkins is still bringing it.
Sure he is.
Yeah. Yeah, the look on his face, yeah, just a happy young man. Tyler Luther Wilson.
Absolutely.
Happy. He was happy. You got to love that.
Swing and a miss, a little bit behind that one. As we mentioned, trying to fill these lineups. No American players, obviously. Some of the local guys either couldn't play, their job situations, there's COVID issues. So it's been a challenge, but they managed to do it. And it's got some young players some action. Got him swinging.
A little bit of an off
Strike
speed
one. Fourth strikeout tonight for Luke Wilkins. Brings up Bronson Neve, the left fielder.
Next up for the Melbourne Aces is left fielder Bronson Neve.
He was 1 for 7 in the previous series. Struggled a little bit at the plate, but drew a couple of walks and played very well in left field.
Certainly so.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
See a bit of breeze there in his uniform. He's got a svelte young man, and you see the breeze on that uniform flapping in the wind.
Fastball inside, 1-1.
You can see the flags in the outfield as well. Quite pleasant, actually, here tonight.
Yeah, I got here, it was about 24, I think. That's flown out of play down the right field line, just over that all-star bar out there. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Neve. No score, only a couple of hits in the ball game for each team, and only 1 error so far. That's inside, 2-2.
Works quick, Wilkins, as well. Gets down to business.
Don't mind that. That's high.
Starting to miss a
3
bit.
and 2.
Yeah.
I once saw Chris Bosio throw a no-hitter for the Mariners, but Chris Bosio is a notoriously slow worker, and the game just went on. You could say a no-hitter wasn't as dramatic as it should be. That was the case. 3-2 is the count here on Neve. Big pitch. Inside, he's got to walk.
First walk of the game for him. And you don't want to walk the number 9 hitter.
No. Neve's got a little bit of speed as well. So 1 out, man on first, top of the order, Aiden Willis.
I'm just going to note before, he's in the stretch with the runner on first, but he's actually in the stretch the entire time, even without a runner on base. Again, working back to he works quickly.
Yep. Pretty big lead from Neve over on first.
You wonder almost if he has a one-way lead, taking a lead that big, knowing he's waiting to be sure the pitcher's going home before he takes his secondary shuffles. One foot on the turf there.
Grounded down the third baseline, just foul.
Casey Cook on the call there at third base.
Just foul. You see that crowd down the left field line, good crowd.
Yeah, for those of you at home, the one-way lead for you kids watching at home, you take a really big lead and you know your first movement is back to the bag. You're not getting fooled by his first movement. You're not taking off.
There's that
There you
throw
go.
over to first.
And then I was just about to say, I didn't want to if he's going to pitch. You start to build on that. You draw a throw, or if you can draw 2 throws with that big lead, then you shorten up a half a step and you go on first movement, because there's no way he'll throw over a third time if you shortened up your lead. Still 1 foot on the turf.
Fouled right back over the booth here.
Yeah, just couldn't quite catch up with it. Now Willis is patient. He swings at good pitches, generally speaking, and that's what held him in good stead, especially the opening game of the series a month ago when Adelaide was here. The Barrack boy, he's a good outfielder, very patient hitter.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, man on first. That almost hit him, breaking ball that didn't break. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ducked and got out of the way. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3, full count. You're right, Wilkins just in this inning starting to look a little tired, as you mentioned, Rob.
Yeah. Well, we thought he was a max effort, short duration guy. Maybe they stretch him out as far as they can. We'll see if he comes out next inning.
Yep. That's hit into right field. That could be a tough play, and it falls in front of Stagg. I think he may have had some trouble with this.
No, actually, I think Stagg was.
Wind?
I think he was deking him, to be honest with you.
Oh,
I
you think so?
He was trying to keep Cavill
Right.
Cavill did the right thing by going halfway, and Stagg wasn't going to get it, so he deked it like he was going to catch it to see if he could get Cavill going back to the bag. And indeed it was, or Khalil, sorry, going back to the bag, and indeed it was closer than you might have thought it would have been at second base. You see it here on the deke, yep. A little bit of a bag hop away from him. I'll tell you, if that hop would have hopped straight into his glove, he might have actually made a close play.
So 2 men on now. Neve at second and Willis at first. Second hit for the Aces. Trent D'Antonio now. But he sends that skyward. And that is caught by Wingrove, 2 away. That's a tough one there. Tough result. The 2 down runners can't go anywhere. And Daryl George steps in. Be a good time for Georgie to deliver something.
Yeah, forgive me, I misspoke before. That was Neve who did the nice job of getting halfway between first and second. So we got Neve on second and Willis with another hit now on first base. And we love seeing Daryl George at the plate. Let's make something happen here.
It'll be a good opportunity for the Aces veteran. That's hit right up the middle. Off the pitcher. What a play by the second baseman. That is the play. It's going to score.
No, third
no,
out,
he didn't.
third out.
He's out. That's a third out. You're absolutely right.
Wow.
I was just stunned by that play from Liam Bull.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good young player to watch. If you're scouting, if you're watching in Iowa, you might want to invite him to come along with Darcy Berry. Look at this play. Off the pitcher, off his leg. And they said full body leap.
Stops and throws.
Yeah, it makes a good throw.
That's incredible. We're out of the inning. We're going to head to the top of the 4th. Amy McCann's coming in. I'll see you in the 7th.
Thank you, Ed.
With thanks to our friends at Cyclone, let's head down to Ed.
We're thinking of grabbing a bite tonight. Any new places close by?
Well, actually, and there's also, I think 20's enough.
Yeah, that should do us.
In Melbourne, you can uncover some of the city's most revered places of significance to Aboriginal people. Understand the locals who were and still are central to Aboriginal existence. Aboriginal art, culture, nature, and history are all available in abundance in Melbourne. Welcome back to the ballpark. Ed Wyatt and joined by Amy McCann, former superstar of the women's game. How are you?
Very well. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely great to have you back again. And we head to the top of the 4th inning. Still a scoreless game. Signs of maybe breaking out a little bit, but not quite yet as Jeremy Young continues on the mound for the Aces, and Jordan McArdle, Mitch Edwards, and Liam Bull stepping up. That's hit sharply into right field. And a base hit, lead off for Jordan McArdle.
Yeah, it's been interesting and been walking around the ballpark early. It's as Rob was saying earlier, the wind is really picking up, and and significantly we know, as we saw with that Jack Barry hit before, loves to keep the ball in the park here. It's quite swirly, so it's going to be interesting to see. I think it's getting stronger.
Yep.
So see how it plays out for the rest of the game.
A swing and a miss by Mitch Edwards. Pitch is outside for a ball. That's hit to first. Barry makes the play, goes to second, throws in the dirt. Back for a double play. Got it. Jack Barry. How about that? Pitcher's best friend.
Great play by Barry there. He was just a foot off the bag too, and he obviously chose not to play the bag. Makes it changes the play completely. Obviously, puts the force into play. The tag takes the force out. So as we thought we were going to replay there, but that's a great play by Jack.
Yeah, would have loved to have seen that replay because that was a tremendous play by him. I guess the temptation's to step on first, isn't it?
It does, and that takes away the force at second base, and they would have had to have laid the tag. And I think it was a good jump, I think, by McArdle. So great decision there by Jack.
Here's Liam Bull, who made that incredible play.
Yeah, here we go. Obviously, just inside the line, as you can.
Tonight for the Adelaide Giants.
Next up for the Adelaide Giants.
Singled in the second.
2 down here for Jeremy Young, who'll be really happy with his performance. I know he wasn't too happy with. He struggled in that last outing he had here in that previous season. So good to see him just outside that one's really good to see him have a strong outing here today. So 2 down.
Top of the 4th inning. It's the Melbourne challenge between the Aces and the Adelaide Giants. Breaking ball misses. 1-1. Ed Wyatt, Amy McCann with you. Another nice crowd. Just like I mentioned, fighting the traffic, but they got here. It's beautiful. Great to see. 1-1 pitch. Lined into center field. That's going to drop for a hit. So runners at first and second now as Bull moves down to second, Stagg to first.
No reason to stress here from Jeremy. We've still got 2 down. We've had a couple of no disrespect. So we just get a ground ball here. You know how good the Aces infield is. So just ground ball here, double it up. Sorry, end the inning.
Brody Ariola is the batter, the left fielder, who reached on an error last time. Hit that bouncer to Garrett George, so Garrett couldn't handle it. Did not score, so it didn't cost. 4 hits for the Giants, 2 for the Aces.
And that single from Brody Ariola brings home the first run for the Adelaide Giants, and also brings up to the plate the designated hitter, Griffin Willer.
Bertucci came up with, I think he sort of didn't come through the ball, but the ball's up the line, and I think the ball just beat the runner, but obviously up the line makes it a difficult play for the catcher there, and Adelaide go ahead on the scoreboard.
So 3 consecutive hits as Griffin Weber swings and misses on the first one. Swing and a miss again, fooled him on a breaking ball. If you're Pete Moylan and the Aces, Jeremy Young, this is the guy. You want to get this guy out here, end any big inning. We talked about that in the last series, Amy, didn't we? Avoiding that big inning.
Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, the Aces had a couple of big innings in those games, but
that misses outside. You're right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's exactly what hurt him in those 2 games. One-two pitch. That's a little blooper to second. Dale is there, and the Aces get out of the inning. 1 run on 4 hits, and Adelaide will take a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th inning. As we just watch the replay here. Easy play. Oh no, that's the run that scored. Excuse me.
You have to remember, with 2 out, that runner on second base is leaving. He's going on contact. So for Bertucci to have such a close play there, that's a really tip my cap. If I was wearing a cap in the booth, I'd be tipping my cap to Bertucci there. He actually got it so close, and we have it up the line a bit. That could have been a really interesting play.
We'll be back after this.
Hi.
Hi.
We were thinking of having a cruisy day.
Maybe grab a pastry and a coffee.
See some street art.
Maybe go to a museum
Grab a gelato.
and have afternoon tea.
Any suggestions?
Recently, I've been working very closely with Light and Easy, and I'm going to fill you in on a little secret. They don't make diet food. Instead, they create nutritious and delicious food for you to enjoy to help manage your weight, improve your health, and also save you time. And that same great food can help minimise your chances of suffering many illnesses later in life. So, the secret to losing weight and being healthy is simply eating delicious food. Try Light and Easy for yourself.
Leading off for the Melbourne Aces is
Jack Barry steps in for the Aces in the bottom of the 4th inning. Giants lead Melbourne 1-0. Barry, of course, who swings and misses on that one, hit that monster shot to deep right center, but Partington was able to make the play off the wall.
Is it too early for me to call that for the play of the game?
He's up there
You know,
again, I
I'm
tell
a big
you.
Partington fan.
I know. We mentioned that earlier. You called it play of the series last time. Great outfielder. Young kid. Barry looks at him stride. Talked to him before the game. He's very excited to play, fired up about the weather, not having to fight or worry about rain, which was the Adelaide issue, not being able to get in. They only got in 1 game. Luke Wilkins in his 4th inning of work. We thought he got a little bit tired, Rob and I did, in the last inning, but here he is again.
Yeah, we saw from the last series, Adelaide Giants went deep with their starters. So interesting. We know Josh Spence down in the bullpen knows how to manage a staff down there for the Giants. We'll see how often they hit the bullpen. Both bullpens looking pretty quiet down there at the moment.
Barry steps out. Maybe a little dust in the eye from this wind that Amy mentioned starting to pick up a bit. And that's in the dirt.
You talk about the crowd tonight, and we saw it in the last series. One of the things I love is the cult hero that Jack Barry has become in such a short period of time. We talk about Darryl George, the king of Altona, and Jack's just right there. He's
Agreed.
just the walk-up music. He's got the swag. We saw him in his clothes when he changed after the game.
Yep.
It's the full package.
He certainly is.
Love it.
That one flies off the fence. You're absolutely right. And, you know, good fielder, good hitter, that helps as well. But you're right.
And it's all part of that minor league baseball type experience. The Aces have done such a great job to develop here in the last few years, and people like Jack and Darryl and that are a big part of that.
Yep. 2-2 count to Barry, swing and a miss. 5th strikeout of the night for Wilkins. Brings up Ryan Dale, who also struck out his first time up. Wilkins in his 4th inning, giving up a couple of hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Not a bad night. So Ryan Dale looking to get untracked here. Got the high black socks working. You can just see there the comparison to Wilkins, who can't even see his stockings at all. Got a real contrast there. Swing and a miss, high fastball, got him. 1-1.
Yeah, we talk about the number of strikeouts tonight. As we get further into the game, we're interesting to see if we can see the Aces put the ball into play. Maybe we'll see the fielders fielding back, drop a couple of bunts down on this surface.
That's fouled out of play just over the party deck, which is above the stands on the first baseline. There's a good crowd in there tonight, Amy. Really
and
good.
you told me we're in there tonight. That's why I came all the way out here. You went, we're calling from the party deck. And I went,
I had to get you out here some way.
No, it's the place to be. It's rocking tonight.
It certainly is. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next up for the Aces is Nick Bertucci.
You know, you just did, the chance that, these games weren't going to happen. Suddenly they happen. You get a chance to play close to ABL ball, right? I mean, it's in the neighborhood. It's great. Great experience. 1-1 pitch. Good breaking ball. Strike 2.
Yeah, and as you said, we might be missing, obviously, import talent and things like this, but I think the standards across the team, you're seeing the best against the best. And as we've seen from the likes of your Darcy Barrys and all these younger players, that it's only going to be great for them when obviously the ABL resumes.
That's fouled out of play down the first base line. Yeah, absolutely right.
And you, as we said, you only have to look into the crowd. The people they're here to see great baseball, and they're here to see the Aces, the uniform, and experience this type of baseball and this type of atmosphere. And as I said, it was so fun that previous series, and they've come back.
Got him. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Wilkins. Aces go down. We're going to head to the 5th inning. Giants lead at 1-0. Back after this.
Hi.
Hi.
We were thinking of having a cruisy day.
Maybe grab a pastry and a coffee.
See some